this is the end of our first day. We made it to Hawaii, so I'm sure that the travel video was probably short because basically all I showed was us going to the airport, walking through the airport. There's really not a lot to show, but we did these like bedtime talks, bedtime wrap-ups last time when we were in London, and not only did you all enjoy it, but we really enjoyed it because it helps you to remember things. So you don't remember every single thing once you get home, and so this is good to help us remember things as well. I will say one thing about this room. You would have seen the tour of the room at the end of the first video. There is no overhead light, so the light that you were seeing on this is from there's a bedside light there's at each.
There's one for each bed.
And then there is a light over at the table, and then there is a light by the door. But there is
behind me right here.
Yeah, there is no light in this room. So
not like directly overhead.
No.
So it's a little dark in the middle of the room.
And at night. Now, I'm sure during the day when you open up those shades, I'm sure it's as bright as it can be in here. So that's probably why they're not worried about it. But I do want to point that out, that if we're a little bit dark, it's because it is 10:47 right now. So
we think.
So I know. I'm still wondering because my Fitbit says 9:47. My phone says 9:47. But the clock in the room says 10:47. So
I don't know if
how are we going to make sure what time it is?
I'm gonna check.
I know, but how do you do that? Do you just Google that?
Yeah.
What time is it in Hawaii?
Current time.
Current time in Hawaii. Oh, okay. I've never had to Google that before. I will also say that we're paying
9:48.
Okay, so that clock's wrong.
So the clock's wrong.
So it's 9:48. So we need to change that clock.
But that's 9:48 Hawaii time.
Right. So
which is add 6 hours to that.
So
basically 10.
So it's basically 3:48. 3:48 in the morning in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty late. So anyway, what was I was going to say something until you said that. No. Oh, I know what I was going to say. We are paying extra to have an ocean view. Of course, you don't have an ocean view at night, so we couldn't see it.
So you'll see it in the morning.
We'll
make
see
sure
it in
we'll
the
show it in
morning.
the morning.
Right outside the door, our balcony out here is a McDonald's, and they stay open 24 hours, you said?
No, this one doesn't.
Oh, okay.
This one closes at 11.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
But we noticed they're only allowing like 32, 35 people in there at a time, something like that.
So we went down there. There was a little line. We said, oh, it'll move pretty quick because there's a little line. Ended up, they closed the door and locked it until somebody leaves. And once somebody leaves, they'll let 2 people in or whatever. Whoever leaves, they'll let that many people in to order.
Yeah, they're being pretty strict about it.
Yeah, they're being pretty strict about it now. I think probably by the time you watch this, the restrictions might be limited.
They've eased up.
Eased up a little bit more because it all depends on how many people have gotten vaccinated. So once they hit, I think 60%, it gets relaxed a little bit more, but they're much stricter here than we've ever seen it in our hometown.
Yes, because when you have to get the COVID test before you leave, and then it has to be a very particular test, and only like Walgreens and CVS does this test.
Yeah, around us.
Around
there's
us.
other ones.
Around us. And then you have to upload it to their website. And then you have to, the day before you leave, you have to fill out this questionnaire, basically to make sure you're healthy. And then when you get here, you have to show, the state of Hawaii will send you, it's called a QR code. They will send you that, and basically you have to show that at the airport, and you have to show that, we had to show it at our hotel as well.
It was actually a different QR code. Well, it was the same QR code, but you had to give the data underneath of it saying that we were safe to stay and we didn't have to quarantine and all that stuff.
Yes, so the hotel was being very particular, which, I mean, that's great. We have no complaints about it at all. We're just letting you know that if you want to visit Hawaii, that's what's going on right now.
I'm thinking though the rules are changing. If you're already vaccinated, you don't have to quarantine. But that's a new thing.
Right. Yeah, that will be once we get back home and you're watching this video, that the rules will have already changed. So
just check the website.
So just check the website before you come. We had 3 flights. The first one was completely uneventful from
it was just a 2-hour
from Kentucky to Atlanta. And then from Atlanta to California to LAX, the plane was on time. We were doing great. We were actually ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
We were ahead of time. And then there was an issue. They had sold the same seat to 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
There was a man and his wife already sitting together in these seats, and the husband, is the seat I'm talking about. And then there was another man that, both of them could show their ticket stubs, they could show everything, boarding passes, everything. They were both sold this ticket, this seat. And so I don't know how they ever did get it resolved.
It ended up the guy just went up front and sat down.
Yeah, and the plane...
After waiting for 30, 40 minutes.
But the plane was fully sold. Yeah. So they must have had...
They must have had an extra seat.
And so you might be wondering about that. Are there fewer people? Were there spots?
It was packed.
All 3 flights were completely packed.
Yeah.
Every single seat was taken in all 3 flights. But that incident with that man, they were worried that it was like security, that somebody had gotten on this plane that wasn't supposed to be, because that's probably never happened. They acted like that.
Very seldom.
That had never happened. So that put us a half an hour behind. So everybody around us was worried about their connecting flights when they got to LAX. Are we going to be able to get, meet this flight and all that?
But it was funny, they said almost half that flight was going to Hawaii.
People going to Hawaii. It was so funny. Weird. Yeah. All these people.
Not necessarily the same island, but to other islands in Hawaii.
The people around us were all going to Honolulu because I heard them talk about it. The people in front of us were going to Honolulu, the people behind us. Yeah, it did put us a half an hour behind. Fortunately for us, we just lucked out because the same Ashley
awkwardly walking by.
Yeah, you probably saw Ashley sneak by. It just was wonderful what happened to us, because when the same plane that we got off of in LAX, they cleaned it and we got to get right back on it.
We didn't change gates or anything. It was the exact same plane.
Same gate. And so they're doing a lot of construction in LAX right now. And there were more people. I swear it seemed like there was more people there than there was in Heathrow when we would go to Heathrow.
It's pretty busy.
I've never seen so many people in an airport like that. It was packed. And we stopped, if you watch the video of the first day, I can't imagine you watching this and not watching that video. But you'll see where we went to this pizza place, there was a guy, was he in front of us or behind us?
He was in front of us, then we walked around him to check out.
Tell how much he paid.
It's like $104 for his family to eat.
Pizzas.
Personal pan
because
pizzas.
These pizzas,
they were teeny.
You got like 4 slices.
Yeah, those slices were small.
And they were $15 a pizza.
Yeah.
It's
$14.
$14 a pizza. It's airport prices, and so you just have to know that you're going to pay airport prices. Ashley, you want your Snickers?
Oh,
okay. Anyway, this we didn't do anything. We got to the hotel. We checked in. We walked downstairs to the ABC store. I'm going to do a haul. Anytime we go and buy stuff, I'm going to do a haul, and then I'll upload a haul video of everything combined together of just Hawaii, what we bought in Hawaii. So this is really the end of our day one because we didn't do anything. We traveled all day long, and so now Ashley's gotten out of the shower, and so now we'll take a shower and then get into bed. So I hope you just enjoyed getting to hear about our day one, and we're going to try to do this every night and just recap a little bit what we do every day. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.